Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 40 of The Kids Are in Bed. Same age as me.
Oh, wow. Isn't that neat?
I'm Tim Severson. This is Jenni Severson. Jenni, how are you?
Not 40.
Not 40. You are not. You're 39. You're 39 for 10 more months.
A long time. Basically an eternity.
Yeah. Sneaks up on you quick.
Oh, does it?
Yep. What's new?
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what I do when I have nothing to say.
I hurt myself playing kids games.
Oh, no. This is why when people say, would you like to go play kids games? I say, I'm going to stay on the couch.
I know. The problem is usually there's more of a split. There were too many adults eager to do it that I knew you weren't going to go, and I felt that we needed to be represented. So
I appreciate that.
And we were playing Capture the Flag of some sort. And there's a lot of base guarding and guarding the flag. And so it was hard to get at the flag, but we got it. And we were using like a ball, and it got kicked to me. And I grabbed it, and Jude was hot on my heels. And I just decided now is as good a time as any to go to an all-out sprint.
Whoops-a-daisies.
I made it across the line, but not before I felt a nice snap in my calf. So been a little hobbled walking around.
Yeah, walking around with you in Target yesterday was something. That's for sure.
There's actually nothing worse than being injured as an adult.
Yeah.
You just feel like everybody's like, oof.
Been there.
That guy looks rough.
I bet he was playing Capture the Flag.
Yeah, with a bunch of 9-year-olds.
It was daylight savings.
Yep.
That really snuck up on me. I had no idea that it was daylight savings until 6 p.m. that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. I thought you were supposed to warn me about these things.
I didn't know about it either.
Oh, perfect. Well, it's a good thing that we have friends.
Usually, I guess it must just be because the timing of the election and daylight savings just lined up that usually there's stories about it, right? Like, why do we do daylight savings? And did you know that we stopped doing it as a country?
Did you know that I don't consume any news?
Yeah, I do.
Zero.
I am your source of news.
Yeah, that's like your statement that usually there's news story. I'm just like, even if there was, I would have had no idea.
They're just like those, little throwaway pieces that they probably rerun 100 times and they add a little to it. But there was a year during Nixon's administration that it was an amendment passed that we would no longer recognize. And it was supposed to be just like a trial for 2 years. It lasted a year because everybody got mad. The country wanted it back the way it was somehow.
What?
Yeah. All the theories about it were like it would help, like not observing would reduce energy costs because more daylight means less lights on, those kind of things. But none of those theories really panned out and people got angry. So it only made it a year and we flipped back to the way it is today.
Well, by golly. I did not know that. Yeah. And now I'm mad at so many people.
Yeah. It's a worldwide thing, which I didn't know. I don't know why I was looking into this today, but yeah.
Probably because you saw a news story about it?
I can't remember. It started in Europe, though, and I don't remember why. But I used to think it was all about farming. It's
definitely.
It has nothing to do with farming.
It absolutely is about farming. Just like the school calendar.
Yes. Yeah. Everything is about the harvest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not about farming, what's it about then?
I don't know. I didn't go that hard into it.
I'm going to fact check you on that.
Oh, okay. I guarantee you don't. So, yeah, we did have daylight savings. Two things, though, that I did see before we get into this week's topic. One was I was driving today, and I saw, for those who may not live, well, I guess it's just in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, but if you're from Minnesota, you know about it. But if you're not from here, there's a realtor by the name of Chris Lindahl. Chris Lindahl spreads his arms out way wide on his billboard And there's a billboard right by our house of him. And he flies that same picture around Gopher Saturdays all morning long. He's everywhere. He had commercials. And he's just guaranteeing to get you to sell your house or something. He has a guaranteed rate or I don't know.
Clearly his marketing's not working too well. You don't even know what he does.
No, as soon as he started doing it, I'm like, I'll never use him as a realtor. I don't know how he continues to have money to fly planes around the metro. But when I was driving, I saw a billboard and I'm like, I saw the arm spread, but my brain caught because I'm like, that's not him.
Oh.
And it was a guy with a beard. And it said, Black Ops guaranteed. It was a Call of Duty video game on a Minneapolis billboard, but repurposed.
Stealing Chris Lindahl's.
Yeah, repurposed so that it draw your attention. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
pretty impressive. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Here's another one.
Where was this billboard?
Right out like on 94, right by the Marine Max.
Did I drive by it today?
Well, it was a electronic billboard, so it was rotating.
I didn't see it.
Otherwise, you would have.
Of course.
One other. I'm trying to keep things very upbeat and lighthearted.
Oh, nice, great. I love that.
As we record this, we don't know what Wednesday's going to be like.
Why'd you say that? I thought you were trying to keep it upbeat and light.
I'm just explaining the mindset. So, if things go the way people prefer, anybody,
people,
this will be like, oh, nice. The election's over. This is easy. I don't have to think about politics anymore.
Yeah.
And if it's bad, maybe it's just like, I don't know. It's better than thinking about the doom that awaits. But I found a story as a man who has lost a wedding ring in a body of water. This was a story out of Canada, but I can't remember where the lost ring occurred. Someplace tropical. I can't remember. A man went someplace tropical a long time ago.
Okay.
Family vacation on the beach.
Okay.
He had a class ring from 1965 from his college.
Okay.
And his son fell in the surf. And he reached to get him, grabbed his son up, but as he grabbed, his son pulled and his ring came off and fell off in the surf.
Tragic.
That happened in 1974.
Some time ago.
I don't remember. I don't know when this happened, but recently a free diver got a brand new metal detector and was free diving in that same place and came across that ring. The ring had the initials of the man who owned it, and then also the name of the college. This guy not only found the ring, contacted the college, who then somebody in their office went through their records, found the initials from the year, got the ring back to the guy 45 years later. How cool is that?
That's very happy.
What are the odds?
Way to be positive and light and uplifting.
What are the odds of that? You know what I mean? A ring in the ocean.
Yeah, that's crazy town. Crazy town.
So there's still hope to find my ring.
Does it have your alma mater and your graduating year and your initials on it?
It's also in a private lake in Minnesota, not in the ocean. So I feel like
that's true. They would have to go to like 4 houses to say, is this your ring?
Well, first we got to find a metal detector and get that. I know right where I dropped it. I know where it is.
It's probably right there.
It is.
Let's do it.
My precious.
Ew. So gross.
All right. Are you ready? I know
ready.
I'm keeping it light-hearted and funny and happy, but we have some debating to do.
Let's do it.
We'll see. Because this week we're going to talk about some things that people often get in little debates about. And we'll see. I'm interested to see because there are definitely some on the list that I don't think you have a strong opinion.
Okay.
But we'll see if we can get one out of you anyways.
Okay. Do I have to have a strong opinion?
You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
You don't want to.
Oh, thanks. That's so kind of you.
So, debate item number 1. I've written about this topic.
Hit me.
Are hot dogs a sandwich? I've written about this.
You have written about this, and I read.
It was a fine position paper, as I
Yes.
recall.
I read your position, which I recall was that a hot dog is a sandwich.
It absolutely is a sandwich.
And I must say, good sir, although your writing was superbly done,
Don't patronize me.
disagree.
Disagree.
Yeah, disagree. No, a hot dog is not a sandwich.
And so now tell me why. Is it just because of the hot dog itself? The meat of the hot dog is what makes it that's what classifies it as a sandwich.
It's the hot dog, and it's also the bun.
Okay.
It's a hot dog inside of a hot dog bun.
Mm-hmm. And what makes a hot dog bun a hot dog bun?
It's called a hot dog bun.
Uh-huh.
That's its name.
What if it's called a hot dog roll?
Well, it's called a hot dog roll. Hot dog is in the name.
Okay.
It has hot dog in the name.
Okay.
That makes it a piece of bread used for eating with a hot dog.
So if I were to put deli meat inside of a hot dog bun,
it would no
then
longer.
I'm having a hot dog.
Why are you doing that?
Because I ran out of normal bread. All I have left is hot
Oh
dog
my
rolls.
God, that's such a dad thing to do. Putting freaking non-hot dog meat inside of a hot dog bun. Only Midwestern dads do that, I feel like.
What's so funny is I agree with you that does sound appalling, but it's really not all that different from Subway bread.
Why is it called a hot dog bun then? Why isn't it just called a bun or bread?
Because for whatever reason, and I haven't followed the money far enough yet, but I will get to the bottom of this, there is a National Hot Dog and Sausage Council in this country, and they're just, and it's all a game. Hot dogs not equal to buns. They're just taking us for a ride. They're telling us that it's not a sandwich when it is.
It's not a sandwich. I can agree with you on the hot dog quantity to bun quantity. That is outrageous and should be stopped. But I don't want to eat there's not a single other thing that I would want to eat proportionate to the size of a hot dog bun. I don't want a hot dog bun sized sandwich.
What if it had meatballs in it?
No, I don't want a hot dog bun sized.
Isn't that like, aren't the hoagies, like the Pepperidge Farm hoagies, aren't they roughly the same?
No, so much larger. Double the size.
I don't think so.
Double. They are double the size.
It's definitely not double.
You can't fit a meatball inside a hot dog bun. What size meatballs are you making? I think you're making the wrong, you're just messing with the proportions of everything now.
It's chaos.
It is chaos.
I want you to take a look at the exhibit I brought up on the screen here. This is called the Cube Rule of Food Identification.
Oh my.
I want to know your thoughts on this.
Salad. Toast. Sandwich. Taco. Sushi. Quiche, calzone cake. I mean, there are obviously so many foods that don't fall into these categories.
Such as?
All of them. All of the ones that aren't listed.
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing. It's the
point is if there's a top and a bottom, it's a sandwich. Okay, well, that's not true of a hot dog bun. According to this, a hot dog would be a taco.
Right, but why does a hot dog get its own classification is my point. What has the hot dog done besides contribute to heart disease?
Where would you put a wrap? The wrap's not on here.
Sushi.
A wrap is sushi? That's the argument? A wrap is sushi.
Actually, no, a wrap. Well, it depends on the kind of wrap.
Where's pizza?
Calzone.
Pizza's not calzone. Pizza's toast.
Pizza's an unfolded calzone.
Pizza is toast, according to this. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Who made this?
I don't know. I found it on Reddit.
They really need to re-examine their life.
I like it. Makes sense to me.
What pizza is toast, according to this graph.
It could also be cake if it was deep dish.
No.
Oh, pizza pie, cake.
There's not 3 layers of dough. I feel like you don't know how to use graphs.
I feel like you don't know what a sandwich is. So, and this isn't a graph. These are
Touche. I understand the idea that it is 2 pieces of bread with meat in the middle, and it should be a
that's what
sandwich.
you just described a sandwich.
Yeah, but they're hooked together. The bun is not 2 pieces of bread.
So Subway sandwiches
The
are
bun
not
is
Subway
one.
sandwiches are not sandwiches, son.
There's not a hot dog in them. If you put a hot dog inside of a Subway piece of bread, I would call that a hot dog. Bun. Sorry, I forgot the second part. Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. By putting a hot dog inside of a hinged piece of bread, you have made the hinged piece of bread a hot dog bun.
Right, but by your own logic, it only is a hot dog if the hot dog exists.
Yes, you can't have a hot dog without a hot dog.
So why isn't the hot dog just a special name for just another sandwich? The same way, like you don't say a Reuben sandwich. You say, I'm going to have a Reuben.
I think some people say a Reuben sandwich.
And then they're immediately kicked out of the restaurant?
I bet it's on some menus.
As a Reuben sandwich?
I bet we could check the internet and find a Reuben sandwich on a menu.
All right.
Not right now.
Oh, okay. All right. So that settles it. A hot dog is a sandwich. Moving on.
How? How is that settled?
I'm sorry. What now?
Disagree.
Anyways.
That's it? That's how this goes? We just debate something and nobody wins?
That's how you debate.
No, somebody has to win. The debate's not over until someone has won.
Well, if anybody watching wants to participate, they can tell us who wins. Somebody
has to grade us or score us.
Yeah, they can. They can. If they want to. They can decide if they want to side with the person.
This is why I don't like debate.
I know. This is why I'm so excited for today.
I hate this feeling.
Okay. This one will be easier, I think, because I don't think you're as passionate about this as you are about hot dogs. Toilet paper. Over, under.
I have said this sentence aloud to another human being, and it was your mother. Many, many years ago. But it is a vivid memory that I have because...
Was it, get the fuck out of my house?
I've never seen she's so appalled by my response. It was decades ago.
Yeah.
She was having this conversation, this very question, and my response was, I can't imagine caring about anything less.
That's exactly what if we were on the dating show and they asked me that, I would have written that down verbatim. I am like, you are going to be disappointed because she's going to look at you like I don't want to talk about this.
I do not fucking care, and I'm wasting my breath having this conversation. She was so appalled, though, that I didn't have an opinion. She was so appalled.
Yeah, and so I felt the same way. And today, though, actually, just for science, I went to our bathrooms to look at all the rolls, and they are all over.
Okay.
And so that's interesting because
total coincidence.
Neither of us care,
Yeah.
right? I've never once taken the time to look and think about it. And
100%
but
coincidence.
They're all over. And then I was like, as I was like looking at each one and I saw them like that, I was like, I think I'd be irritated if they were all under.
They're under 50% of the time and you don't notice.
I don't think that that's true, but I don't know. But I also don't.
Neither one of us pay attention.
I don't understand the caring part. Why do people care? What about it going under is such a like? Who would go? That's better for me.
Right. Precisely.
Yeah. But people are, now Cottonelle did a survey. 70% of people in that survey said we are over the toppers. But
good for them.
Yeah, I've never thought about it.
What a terrible thing to spend your brain capacity on.
So let me just say this, that I, Oprah Winfrey, am an over girl myself.
How could you devote any sort of effort into this topic?
It must just be like people get really frustrated when they get to one that's under, and the process, all of a sudden they have to think. You
don't have to think.
They're like rolling it.
There's no thinking involved. You just grab it and pull. It doesn't matter which direction it's coming from. You just grab it and pull. There's no thinking required.
I'm trying to get into the heads of these people that don't like the unders.
Don't try to be in that headspace. It's not a good space to be.
Okay.
I don't recommend you go there.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to stop wiping altogether.
Oh, ew. Gross.
All right. This is one I think we've talked about indirectly. But I'm just interested, just straight away, what your gut reaction is to this question. Okay. Does an open bottle of ketchup go in the refrigerator or the pantry?
The refrigerator. There is no question.
You live under, if it's opened, it goes in the refrigerator. Yes. Like that is solely the way that you roll. But I think we talked to, I don't know, we were at a restaurant and one time it just occurred to both of us. That happens a lot. Then we're like, oh, the ketchup's always out at restaurants.
Yeah.
So I read up on that. There's enough acidity within, I think in vinegar too, that's within it that it keeps it stable. So it's not required. Now, Heinz out of the UK tweeted like 6 years ago that it should be refrigerated.
See?
But here's the thing. Now, I get that from the practical standpoint. You want your ketchup to stretch as far as you can, right? When you're putting ketchup on your sandwich, whether it's a hot dog or...
I was going to say, who puts ketchup on a sandwich? There it is right there. Let's go back to the point. Ketchup doesn't go on a sandwich. Don't put ketchup on a sandwich.
Unless you are 6 years old and you're eating a bologna and ketchup sandwich.
Ew.
Wonder Bread.
That's revolting.
It sticks to every part of your mouth.
I can't talk about it. That is so disgusting that I literally can't discuss it.
But it's weird though. I think about it a lot. Now, I don't use a lot of ketchup, period.
Me neither.
Yeah. But when I do want ketchup on my burger, the first thing I think about always is like, I don't want to put this cold ketchup on my burger.
No.
I'm telling you what I think about.
You really do think about the temperature of the ketchup?
Thought. I think I would use more ketchup if we had it out in a little red squeeze bottle on the table, fermenting. It would get so bad. I get it, but yeah, it doesn't really need to be. But everybody does put it in the refrigerator.
Because that's where it belongs.
Settled. Oh my God. This is great. Okay. Jude has a field trip. You're making a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
You've assembled the sandwich.
Are we back to hot dogs again?
Nope. Why did sandwich make you think of something
Seemed
that
like
isn't?
You were trying to trick me.
I just think it's interesting that I say sandwich and you think hot dog. I just think that that's really interesting.
I thought you were pulling a trick on me.
Oh, no tricks. Just using normal language to, describe a food that you don't think is a sandwich. But when I say sandwich, you think hot dog.
Moving on.
Sandwich is all assembled.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to cut it?
So I actually changed how I cut based on you. I always cut the vertical way.
So when you did it, you would always cut the top as of the, you would cut down the middle.
Right down
like
the
that.
middle, yeah. However, after probably 10 years of living with you, I started cutting it on the diagonal.
Why do you suppose?
Because that's how you liked it. And I do agree that it is superior.
Now, do you think it's superior from an aesthetic?
No, I think it's superior from for your bite.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's that corner bite. It's a great starter bite. You're getting the whole thing right there. It's like, yeah, all right. I'm getting, you get a little bit of the crust, a little bit of the inside. You're really getting a feel. It's a good way to open it all up.
Yeah. Yeah. I never would have transitioned from vertical, though. It was solely because I lived with you.
I remember the first time I went to a friend's house and got a sandwich cut the other way, and I was just like, what kind of house am I in?
Mom, can you come pick me up? These people cut their bread like savages.
Savages. I don't even know how I'm going to pretend to eat this sandwich. No, it's interesting. I don't have any statistics on what the preferred method is, or if there is one. Seems like it's probably pretty even.
No, I think most people go with the vertical.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You think vertical is the most widely used?
I do. Yeah.
Interesting. I can't even think about doing it that way. It's just not the way to do it.
I still do it on accident quite frequently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have to really think and remember what I'm doing. Like when I'm just like not paying attention. I can't remember if I've washed my hair or not in the shower.
Yeah.
Like I can't just remember what I'm doing most of the time. So if I'm not thinking, I go straight down the middle. But if I'm like thinking about what I'm doing, I'll get it on the diagonal.
Got it.
I couldn't remember if I washed my hair this morning. It was really the worst. I was like, come on. Why does this happen to me?
It is crazy to me how I catalog that information so that in times like this, I can be like, but washing the hair is a hard one. I know when you've showered and I know when you've brushed your teeth. I pay attention to those things. If I see you do those things, it's like a little, she's going to ask at some point. I don't usually expect it to be 15 minutes later for you to go, did I shower? It usually comes a little quicker than I like. I usually am going a couple of days. She's going to be like, did I shower on Monday? But, yeah. All right. So we're diagonal cutters. That's
diagonal
good.
cutters.
That's good. That's
all
good
thanks
to know.
you. That's all thanks to you.
I was taught it. So I think anyway, actually, yeah, I had to have been.
Well, it's what you grew up
I think so.
having. It was learned. Yeah.
Now I'm wondering.
Well, you went to someone's house and you thought they were crazy people because they cut their...
What if it was my own house? The cut is coming from inside the house, Jenny.
You're like, Mom, come pick me up. Like, you're home.
Oh, no. This is an interesting one.
Okay.
Is cereal soup?
No.
Oh.
What kind of a question is that? Is cereal soup?
No? Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why? Absolutely, it's not soup.
It's liquid. I eat it with a spoon. Soupy.
I don't think you combine your soup immediately preceding consuming it. Like, here's some broth. Let me add some carrots. Let me throw in some noodles and some chicken. Boom, soup. No. You have to simmer it on the stove. Even if you're eating cold soup, I believe it has been simmered.
Oh, that is a big swing for somebody who has never made it. What's that cold soup called again?
Gazpacho.
Oh, there you go.
I actually have no idea if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure soup must involve some sort of simmer. That's my guess.
So, if I simmered milk, cooled it down, and then poured myself a bowl of cereal, then I'd be eating soup.
It also has to do with when you add the ingredients, I think.
Oh.
If you have to sit down and put ingredients together right as you're about to eat it, that can't be soup.
What if I poured the bowl of cereal yesterday?
Ew. That's gross. Why would you do that?
And then came back a day later
Yuck.
to pour the milk in.
And then simmered it.
And then simmered it.
No. I don't know that this is true, but I really think the simmer has something to do with it. I don't think you can just serve liquids and call it a soup. I don't think that could be true. There has to be some sort of activity that happens to the liquid to make it a soup. And I'm going with simmering.
What if pasteurization was an activity that happened to it?
I don't know what that means.
Oh. Is New England clam chowder a soup?
Yes.
Okay.
Stews are soups.
Stews are soups. So
I think so, yes.
If people started eating warm cereal with warm milk.
Yes, like malto meal is a cereal.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a soup. Malto meal is hot cereal.
But that's also not soupy. It's thick. Right?
New England clam chowder's thick.
Right?
Wait, what's happening?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one talking in circles here. You're the one who knows everything about soup.
I think stew is a soup.
Who's stew?
New England clam chowder is more of a chowder than a soup.
Chowder.
No, but it is a soup. Stew is soup, chowder soup. Yes.
Biscuit soup.
Yes, biscuit soup. Absolutely.
Yep. I'm just making sure I understand.
Yeah. A chowder must be a thick soup.
Okay.
And a stew, there's like broth going on, but there's a lot of what am I trying to say?
Whatever it is, it looks delicious.
But in a stew, there's still a broth.
Mm-hmm.
It's brothy.
Yeah, it's soupy. Is what you're saying, right? That's the difference between that and malto meal, right? There's a soupy quality to it with that liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I don't trust you.
What?
I don't trust you one bit. What was the question?
Soup is a cereal. Soup.
Yeah. Cereal is not soup. Even hot cereal is not soup. No.
Interesting.
Why? What's your opinion? This is the thing that you do that drives me bonkers, is you're just disagreeing to disagree. You've never even shared your opinion.
What a baseless accusation, madam.
True. You don't think
True,
cereal,
it was baseless, yes.
You don't think that cereal is a soup, but you are trying to debate it with me just for the sake of debate. And that is frustrating.
No, I've been beaten down because the number of times I've asked for soup and people are like, oh, sorry, we don't have any. Do you want some cereal? And I'm like,
that has never happened
all the time.
To you in your entire life.
All the time.
What are you even saying?
All the time.
These are made up stories. You're just making things up.
Every continental breakfast, I'm like, do you guys have breakfast soup? And they're
You
like, no,
do
we have
not.
cereal. And I have to go, okay, I'll have cereal. But
Got any more?
oh, I do. This one I don't think will be so contentious.
Okay. Tell the truth.
About what?
Is cereal a soup?
Of course it is. Gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
Appropriate or impersonal?
This is a tough one because if it is what somebody wants, then that's appropriate because you're literally giving them what they want.
Yep.
Like kids in V-Bucks.
Right.
Like I'm thinking like Jude desperately wants V-Bucks.
Yes.
That is what he wants. That's appropriate to give him.
Yep.
So in that case, appropriate.
Okay.
Prior to this situation, though, I would have said absolutely 100% impersonal jackassery.
Yeah, I agree. Gift cards are for anybody approaching acquaintance. Once your acquaintance are deeper, if you know enough to know where to buy the gift card, go buy that person a thing from that store, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Take the extra $5 and go get it.
Absolutely.
If it's for people you don't know well, then you go with something generic. And it's more of a gift cards are more of a thank you item, I think is my point. They're not a gift.
They're a thank
They're
you.
a thank you.
That's true.
Gift card is a thank you item. I'm just saying thank you. I didn't have time to go shopping. Here you go. If it's Christmas, birthday, anniversary, anything like that,
Yeah.
and you're just giving somebody a gift card that isn't for an activity. Now that's a different, like, or to a restaurant, right? Like you're going, look, I want to give you a good night out and I ate here, or this place is great, or I know you like it. That's a little different too. Still on the edge. But when it's just like a gift card for a place where you get a thing, it's kind of like, oh, like, I get that you felt bad giving me cash, but just give me cash so I can spend it where I want. The reason that I say that is because I don't use gift cards.
What did I just do for 2 hours yesterday at the kitchen table?
You counted up gift cards while you ate a sandwich and some soup. I came across...
I did not eat a sandwich or some soup.
Sorry, a hot dog and some cereal.
But I spent a couple hours checking balances, adding... I had a stack. I mean, thousands of dollars of gift cards. And I'm like... Because what happened was I took Clementine out I took Clementine out on like a little girl's afternoon or whatever. And what she wanted to do was get a Starbucks. And the Starbucks was closed. Just a sign on the door that said, we'll reopen tomorrow. So we ended up going to Caribou, which I never go to Caribou. And as we're walking in, I'm like, I have so many Caribou gift cards at home.
Yep.
Because people have given them to me as thank yous.
And me too. I got them at gifts from people that I worked with for nearly 20 years at my office.
So I was so mad because I was like paying the $10 or whatever, but I have $45 worth of Caribou gift cards at my house. So I came home and I was like, I'm getting all of these loaded to, because now you can load them to your accounts, right? Like, so I'm like logging into Chipotle, I'm logging into Caribou, I'm logging into every site and assigning my money. And it took forever.
Care to guess And I don't know exactly. Let's just say that this is data from, I know it's sometime within the last couple of years. This is just from a Google search, so I don't have a source on it. But care to guess how much money is unused in gift cards in the United States right now?
I don't care to guess. I don't care at all.
$23 billion. What's more, and this is really interesting, across generations, the highest average value of unused gift cards at $332, that's millennials, have the highest average. Care to guess which generation out of the remaining Gen X, Boomers, and Z, which generation has the lowest
Boomers.
average? What I would have thought too.
Boomers use their gift cards. No, they don't? Interesting.
They're second to the lowest. The lowest is Gen Z. And it's at $142 a gift card. So it's almost $100 less than Boomers. And so it seems that income is a direct correlation to how much gift card you're going to use, which would make sense why Gen Zs use them more and have a shorter balance. But the average for millennials is $332. So
we far exceed that average. We are talking. What's 7 times? I don't know. 7.
we still have gift cards that our realtors got us when we moved in here 6 years ago.
I pulled out a Dunn Brothers gift card that I think is 20 years old. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that thing is literally 20 years old. Well, because I don't want to like tell lies, but gift card, at least like, I don't know if it's a state law or what, but gift cards in the state of Minnesota can't expire.
Yeah, right. I think that is a state law. I don't know that that's everywhere, but it is state law.
So you just hold on to them forever.
Yeah. I don't use them solely because it seems like every time I try, something goes wrong, or I hand them a card that somehow doesn't have a balance on it, or it has like 60 cents, and there's always a line behind me. And it's like, they're like, oh, your total was $220.63. I'm like, oh, I have a gift card actually. And they're like, all right, your total was $220.03. And it's like, everybody's like, Jesus. And then I'm just like, how does this work? Do you take me out back and shoot me now? Or do I have to walk into traffic?
Stop.
Like, how do I make this stop?
Yeah.
I will pay double.
Yeah.
If we can all just forget that this happened.
Yeah.
So I cannot, and there's always something to scratch off. That's the thing too.
The scratching off. Yes.
Oh.
Don't get me started on the scratching off. What year is it? Seriously, what year is it? Why are we scratching things off with coins? And it only works with coins. Yeah. Pens don't work. Keys don't usually work. You try all these other things that should scratch it, but they don't.
Nope.
It's very, very upsetting.
It is. It is.
Gift cards are awful. They're terrible. Look at all the things. Look at their terrible gift. They're very impersonal. They mess up your accounting.
Yep.
They're $23 billion of floating monopoly money.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just think about, wouldn't that just like crash the entire economy if $23 billion worth of gift cards tried to be used in like one day? What if we just had a day and we were like, everyone, unite, use your gift cards?
I don't know.
Have I gone off the rails?
No, I don't know what that would do. I really don't know what that would do. I mean, of course, people would not be spending the $23 billion, but product is still leaving the shelves. So I don't think the economy's, there's a lull while we all use our gift cards, but then we're all right back into it.
That's true. There would be a lull where we all use our gift cards. You just live off of gift cards for like 2 months. don't put any money into the economy. I kind of want to do it. I actually think we could, like, if like today, if we just like made a pact that we will not spend $1 and we will only live off of our gift cards, we could make it 2 months without spending any money
on what we purchase. We couldn't pay our mortgage.
Bills. Forgot about the bills.
Yeah.
Other than bills,
but yeah,
though.
on living outside of bills. Yeah. Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. For sure.
Want to try?
No, because I don't want to use gift cards. I don't want to use gift cards. No. Well, Christmas is right around the corner. So.
Yeah. I know what I'll be buying you.
Here's another one. Socks in bed. Cozy or crazy?
Well, you know what I think on this. I can't sleep without socks on. My feet are freezing.
You also often can't make it a whole night with socks on.
Sometimes,
I've seen you rip socks off your feet in the middle of the night before, only to put them back on like at 5 a.m.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. If I do wake up sweating, they're the first thing to go, but they're always on before I get out of bed again.
I can't even, like, it is a sensory thing for me even to think about my feet in socks in between sheets. I don't like even to think about the way that like feels.
Feels cozy.
No. My feet get so hot so fast.
Yeah.
My feet sweat.
Yikes. It sounds awful. My feet don't sweat. When I take my socks off, it's not because they're sweating. It's because I'm hot.
Oh. Do you feel like here's an interesting thing that I saw about that. And I honestly assumed the opposite. But apparently there's a school of thought. I don't know that it's like science, that keeping socks on your feet helps you fall asleep and stay asleep.
Oh.
But I was under the impression, or had read someplace, that like if you're having trouble falling asleep, running like cool water on your wrists is supposed to help you fall asleep.
That is literally
it's
my
like
nightmare.
Diverting blood flow from your brain is what this thing said. I've never done it because I've never had a problem falling asleep in my entire life. But I wouldn't think that having socks on helps you stay asleep longer. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I can't really follow the logic there myself.
Yeah.
I do it simply for the warmth.
Do your feet get that cold?
Suddenly my feet are freezing. I don't know if it's because we're like what's going on, but my toes are real cold all of a sudden.
Yeah. What percentage of people do you suppose, I don't have a statistic on this either, but what do you think that you're in the minority or majority?
Minority.
Yeah?
I think most people sleep without socks on. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to say,
out of this household, it's 25%.
I'm trying to think if I know anybody else who sleeps with socks on.
I put on socks at bedtime. Like if it's summer and I'm like wearing flip-flops all day, I put on my pajamas, I put on socks.
Yeah, you actually, where you save time not thinking about toilet paper, you lose that all right back in the amount of time you're taking socks on and off your feet.
Okay.
Your ability to just be like, what's wrong with people thinking about the toilet paper all the time? And then you are just constantly ripping socks off your feet and and it's always dramatic too. It's never just like, let me just get my sock off here. It's always like, oh God. And then it's like 20 minutes later, you're putting them back on.
Because I cooled down to an appropriate level.
All the sweat on your toes cooled off. Last one. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Brushing teeth in the shower. Efficient or disgusting?
I feel like you're attacking me with these. These have been personally selected to attack me. Like these aren't just random questions you found. You're like, how can I attack Jenni?
I don't know what you mean, madam. No, brushing your teeth in the shower is something I've done in my life. And never once have I thought about it. But I used to do it in high school a lot, I feel like. But I stopped for some reason. Honestly, it was probably because I would never have toothpaste in the shower. So then I'd just be like, well, I'll just do it. And then eventually I just wore out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you brush your teeth in the shower.
I do.
Not every day, though. Because you don't shower
every day.
It's just putting that together right now. I'm like, oh, she knew the days. I'm like, oh, yeah.
If I'm brushing my teeth out of the shower, it's because I'm not showering.
When did that start for you?
Brushing my teeth in the shower?
Yeah.
No idea. After college, must have been.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't always. I think it was. But you do. You are a odd human being because you change small habits and you don't know it.
I don't think I have habits.
Your habit is to change the order of things. And I just go along with it. You have moved our measuring cups twice in this kitchen, and you have moved them from the same drawer back and forth. And you're like, yeah, I just thought they'd work better over there. And then they're there for like 3 weeks. And then one day your brain reverts back to where they started. And we're back in that one. Same with spoons and forks and which slot they go in and like the silverware holder.
Yeah, that's not intentional.
You switch those all the time.
I just put it whichever one's empty.
Yeah. But you have been brushing your teeth in the shower for a long time, but I never once there is no way I would have thought that somebody would have a reaction to that. But friends of ours had a pretty strong
Who was that again? Oh. Yeah, maybe they think it's like gross.
Well, yeah, I think that's the thing. But what I always find so interesting about that, because there are people that get super weird. Now,
I also drink coffee in the shower.
I drink beer in the shower. So but I think people are very strange sometimes about the bathroom. And they really make it convenient for themselves when the bathroom's disgusting and when it isn't.
Oh.
And so people have just these weird little things. But I'm like, if that one little thing is disgusting, it's all disgusting.
Yeah.
It's all happening in the same place.
I don't know if this is related, but we went over to a friend's house on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And Clementine and I used the last of their toilet paper. Uh-huh. And they had the nice little basket with the toilet paper refill. Uh-huh. So we refilled it. But
did you put it on the right way?
I have no idea what way I put it. We should call him and ask him. Did you notice your toilet paper was on wrong? Clementine's school is collecting toilet paper dispensers for a STEM project.
Rolls.
Toilet paper rolls. And so I walked out of the bathroom and I was just like, hey, like, this might be kind of weird, but can I have this? And as I was saying it, I was thinking, oh my God, this is disgusting. Why am I doing this? Abort, abort, abort. Because I was thinking like, ew, it's gross. It came out of the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So exactly that.
I didn't think anything of it as I grabbed it. But once I was in the kitchen, holding it in front of a group of people, I thought I was the most disgusting person that had ever lived.
Yeah. Right. Like, that's exactly my point. Like, if that's disgusting, all is disgusting. Yeah. Like, and I don't care if you find it disgusting. Find it disgusting and waste your time trying to stay away from all these germs that are going to make you sick that never made you sick from ages 0 to whatever age you got neurotic. Like, you used to lick the floors in that room.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, you used to do a lot of disgusting shit in there, and you're alive.
Oh my
so
God,
it's
gross.
probably all okay. So when people pick out little things like that, like, you clean your teeth in the same place you clean your body, and it's like,
Oh my God, that was aggressive.
it's all clean, or it's all not. I don't know, but it's where I clean myself. So why does it matter if I brush my teeth in there?
Ew, that's why they're grossed out? Didn't really think about it like that.
Once again, though, I will say, like, you're taking the toothbrush off the ledge, get a little wet, put a little toothpaste
Definitely
on.
don't get it wet.
I know you don't. You're a dry toothpaste putter on Ugh, that's like putting cereal in your soup first.
What? You know what? I just had a realization, though. This might be gross, so maybe you have to cut it out. But when I brush my teeth at the sink, on the days I don't shower,
Yeah.
I usually gag. That doesn't happen when I brush my teeth in the shower. You know how, like, I gag when I brush my teeth at the sink? You just saw it this morning.
Yeah, no, I am. So I'm thinking about it. Do you do something different when you're at the sink versus in the shower? Like, are you doing tongue brushing?
No. I mean, I do brush my tongue, but that's not when I gag, though.
Oh,
I usually, anyways, this is getting a little too untoward.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll just forget about that.
No. Well, I think you must have a different routine in the shower. There's got to be there's something that you're doing, or maybe it's there's so much activity that whatever's happening that's causing your gag reflex, you're like distracted by it. It's warm water. You're trying to remember if you're showered. And so it's like, we don't have time to
I'm
gag.
not trying to remember if I showered while I'm showering.
Bullshit. I know you.
Did I shower?
Have I showered today? No, I don't. I don't know if that one's widely. Well, I think it probably is. I think there are people that probably feel strongly in both camps on that one. I think there are a lot of shower brushers, and I honestly think that it makes sense. It can be more efficient. I don't think it's disgusting.
I don't either. I think it's really sweet how you pay attention to if I brush my teeth so that you can answer me when I later ask you, did I brush my teeth? That's really sweet. Thank you for doing that.
I do it all the time because you ask out loud. You don't ask me. You just go, did I brush my teeth today? And I was like, yep, you did. 8:05.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Hey, just trying to take one less worry off your list. That's all I got.
That was a lot. I am exhausted.
Yeah. But now we have some answers, or we don't, and some we don't. We know that hot dog is a sandwich and
False.
Cereal is a soup.
False.
No, all we know is we don't care which way the toilet paper roll goes on. And if you're thinking of getting us a gift card, why don't you just throw that in the garbage? Because that's where it's going to end up anyways. Or in the back of a drawer for
20 years until I finally add it to my account.
Yeah. Yep. And then we decide if we can get away with trying to put it in a card and decide we can't because it's too beat up. Oh man. Well, there you go. We've covered a lot of ground.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody got a lot out of it, and hopefully we're all happy on Wednesday.
Here's hoping.
Should we go check on the kids?
Let's go check on the kids.
See you next week, everybody.